Oh yeah. Wait a minute, girl, can you slow down? Wait a minute, girl, what's the rush now? I wanna introduce myself to you. My name is one-on-one guy, to prefer nouns. I like the way you put your fists together. I like the way you do your hair in the morning. I see why all the boys want you, girl. YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with yet another NFL video, and in today's video I'm coming on here with my mock draft for the 2023 NFL draft, for full first round mock draft. The draft is in 2 days, so I feel like this is the perfect time that I'm dropping it. So make sure you guys stay tuned, like this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL in the future. Now with that out the way, let's go get to pick number 1. The Carolina Panthers are currently on the clock. So with the first overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select quarterback Bryce Young out of Alabama. With the number 2 overall pick, the Houston Texans take quarterback C.J. Stroud. So these first 2 picks are a no-brainer. If the Panthers go C.J. Stroud at 1, then Bryce Young's going 2 to the Houston Texans. If the Panthers take Bryce Young, which I think they should and will do, then the Houston Texans are going to take C.J. Stroud. So with the 3rd overall pick, I have the Arizona Cardinals selecting edge rusher Will Anderson out of Alabama. I personally think they should trade back. However, I think they're going to stand put at 3 and select Will Anderson. With the 4th overall pick, I have the Indianapolis Colts selecting quarterback Will Levis. He just seems more of a Colt than me than Anthony Richardson does, so that is why I have them selecting Levis. With the 5th overall pick, I have the Seattle Seahawks selecting Tyree Wilson out of Texas Tech, edge rusher. With the 6th overall pick, I have the Detroit Lions selecting Christian Gonzalez, cornerback out of Oregon. You know, they just lost their guy, Jeff Okudah, who they recently drafted with the 3rd overall pick in 2020. So they need to replace him. And then with the 7th overall pick, I have the Las Vegas Raiders getting their quarterback of the future in Anthony Richardson. This is the perfect spot for him because he doesn't have to come in and play it immediately. They have Jimmy G for that, so he can sit a year, learn the playbook, learn the system, and he'll be ready to take Las Vegas by storm in 2024. With the number 8 overall pick, the Atlanta Falcons select Jalen Carter, defensive tackle out of Georgia, so he stays in the Peach State, going to the Falcons. With the 9th overall pick, I have the Chicago Bears selecting tackle Broderick Jones out of Georgia. Georgia Bulldogs go back-to-back in this year's draft. I think they finally going to get that left tackle to protect Justin Fields. They loaded up on weapons with getting DJ Moore and a lot of other things with trading back from the number 1 overall pick. With the 10th overall pick, I have the Philadelphia Eagles selecting cornerback Devin Witherspoon. Their cornerbacks are now going to be locked. They got Darius Slay back. They got James Bradbury. And then they now have Devin Witherspoon, who can play that inside slot guy. They'll just be that utility corner that they need. Feisty guy. Not the biggest, but can do a lot of things. With the 11th overall pick, I have the Tennessee Titans selecting wide receiver Jackson Smith-Njigba out of Ohio State. And the reason why I have them selecting that is because they need a lot of weapons. You know, I was tempted to take Hendon Hooker here, I'm not going to lie. But, yes, they got Treylon Burks, but is he grown into anything yet? Not really. He's still going to be a project. Now they just need more weapons, too. So then they go ahead and get JSN out of Ohio State. And they got Derrick Henry, so they have some pretty solid weapons on the offense now. With the number 12 overall pick, the Houston Texans are back on the clock for the second pick of their draft, I should say. And I really wish, you know, he failed one more pick, that being JSN, because they do need some weapons. They're getting John Mechie back, who is now going to be back working his way back and is going to be able to start his career now that he's healthy. Thank God for that. But not really too many wide receivers that piqued interest after JSN for the Houston Texans, so I had them taking Paris Johnson Jr. out of Ohio State. So now they got their quarterback of the future and their left tackle of the future in the same draft and same round. And with 13th overall pick, I have the Green Bay Packers selecting Dalton Kincaid, tight end out of Utah. Now, this is a guy that's going to come in early and be an unlikable weapon for Jordan Love. You know, they got the wide receiver out of North Dakota State last year who bursted onto the scene, and Christian Watson, who is now going to be their WR1. And now they got another tight end, you know, or a tight end now that go along with that. So that's going to be a really good move for the Packers. With the 14th overall pick, I have the New England Patriots selecting cornerback Joey Porter Jr.
out of Penn State. With this 15th overall pick, I have the New York Jets selecting Peter Schronski out of Northwestern. I know I butchered his name. Schronski out of Northwestern. They got Aaron Rodgers. The deal's finally inked. So now that they have that situated, they now have a left tackle. I know Mekhi Becton's going to be back healthy, so they can now move around their tackle position how they want, whether it's Mekhi at left or Schwanksy at left or Peter, whatever how you say his name, at left or right. They can now mix and match if they want to. 16th overall pick, Washington Commanders select Deonte Banks, cornerback out of Maryland. I would like for them to trade back and do this, but hey, if they feel like Banks is there at 16 and they don't see any reason to trade back, or they don't see him making it to 20, 21, 22, take him now. So go ahead and get Deonte Banks at 16. That's where I have them mocked to take him. With 17th overall pick, I have yet another cornerback coming off the board. Cam Smith out of South Carolina is going to be taking his talents to Pittsburgh to become that cornerback one over there. That cornerback room to me has been, has really lost a lot of value. Joe Hayden retired a couple years ago. Cam Sutton is now with the Lions. So now they have a true cornerback one there in Pittsburgh. Number 18, Detroit Lions. They are going to be selecting Michael Mayer out of Notre Dame. He is going to be the replacement of T.J. Hawkinson, at least a lot of Lions fans hope. And that offensive firepower continues to grow. They're only going to get Jameson Williams back after the 6-week suspension. And then they got Amon Ross St. Brown, DeAndre Swift. So that offense is going to be loaded for Jared Goff. With the 19th overall pick, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers selecting Myles Murphy, edge, out of Clemson. With number 20 overall pick, I have the Seattle Seahawks selecting Nolan Smith, edge, out of Georgia. With the 21 overall pick, I have the Los Angeles Chargers selecting wide receiver Jordan Addison out of USC. So West Coast guy stays on the West Coast. Number 22 overall pick, I had the Baltimore Ravens selecting Keely Ringo, cornerback out of Georgia. So a lot of Bulldogs coming off the board early, man. Well, in this first round, I should say, because it's no longer early. Number 23 overall pick, I have the Minnesota Vikings selecting quarterback Hendon Hooker. Now, here's the thing about that, right? I did not know Kirk Cousins was 34 years old, bro. And he's under contract until, I want to say, until he's 40 with the Minnesota Vikings. But I don't see them lasting that long with Kirko. So I had them taking Hendon Hooker at 23. And then at 24, I have the Jacksonville Jaguars selecting Brian Branch. And with the 25th overall pick, I have the New York Giants selecting Emmanuel Forbes, cornerback out of Mississippi State. And with the 26th overall pick, I have the Dallas Cowboys selecting running back Bijan Robinson out of Texas. This is going to be a very, very good pickup for the Dallas Cowboys. I hate to admit it, but hey, man, I'm hoping he falls one more pick or somebody else not in the NFC East takes Bijan Robinson, but I think this is a realistic landing spot for the Dallas Cowboys. Really good pick for them. The 27th overall pick, I have the Buffalo Bills selecting Osiris Torrance, guard out of Florida. And in the 28th overall pick, I have the Bengals selecting Lucas Van Ness, edge, out of Iowa. And then in 29, I have the New Orleans Saints selecting Brian Bresee out of Clemson. And then with the 30 overall pick, the Eagles back on the clock again for their second pick of the first round. I have them selecting Isaiah Forkey out of Notre Dame. And then with the last pick of the first round, I have the Kansas City Chiefs, the defending Super Bowl champions, selecting wide receiver Zay Flowers out of Boston College. So there you have it. That is my first round mock draft for the 2023 NFL draft. Let me know what you guys think about it. Who did your favorite team select in my mock draft? Do you agree with the pick that I made for your favorite team? If not, leave a comment down below. Or even if you do agree, leave your comment down below. Your feedback is all that matters. Thank you so much for watching. As always, it's me, your boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. For my Commanders fans out there, stay tuned for our 7-round mock draft coming out later tonight. See you guys next time. Peace. Cross me one time, that's gonna get you popped. Get you popped, get you dropped.